Trish Stratus is an all-timer. If she had existed in the current era, her stock would be even higher, as she's already proved in 2023. Her matches with Becky Lynch were what we would call top tier. She has been a trailblazer pretty much most of her career too, so sit back, get your brain ready, because this is 10 fascinating backstage facts about Trish Stratus. Number 10, she wanted to be a doctor. Yep, that's right. When Trish went to the York University in Ontario, she studied biology and kinesiology, which, in case you're wondering, is the study of how the human body moves. Afterwards, Stratus planned to head to medical school to train to become a doctor, mostly because she liked helping people. Can't get mad at that. That's nice. Bizarrely, it was a 1997 teachers' strike which delayed all of this, and as Trish was also excelling in soccer and hockey, she decided to search for something athletic to do. And you know the rest. It did begin with fitness modeling, and before long she was a WWE superstar. So yeah, Trish Stratus has been smashing it for a long time. Number 9, she used to host a wrestling radio show. So there is this weird idea out there that Trish wasn't into wrestling and just saw it as a way to make her fame and fortune. I do want to point out there's nothing wrong with that, but with Stratus, it's just not accurate. Because not only has she cited the likes of Hulk Hogan, Randy Savage, and Bret Hart as some of her childhood favorites, but before signing with WWE, she was a regular on famed radio show Live Audio Wrestling. Trish was on it all the time throughout 1999, and this was a well-regarded program. Dave Meltzer often popped up on it, and I tell ya, I personally listened to it for years. So could we please stop tiring Trish with that brush? She was involved from an early age. She liked it. Number 8, she's a former hardcore champion. Charlotte Flair may have the record now, but before the Queen, it was Stratus who racked up the wins of championships to stand taller than anybody else. This was also during a time where there was only one belt for the women to fight over two, which made it harder, though Stratus did hold one other trinket during this period. The hardcore championship rule of it being defended 24/7 was in full effect, even if Stratus and Jazz were having a singles match in the ring. Hardcore champion Stevie Richards would go on to screw Trish by running away from potential attackers and causing a distraction. So after Bubba Ray and friends had caused a right fuss, Stratus saw the belt change hands. She rolled up Crash Holly, and yep, she claimed the title. Of course, she lost it back to Richard immediately, but as per WWE, it still counts. She wasn't actually the first female to do this, mind. That honor went to one of the Godfathers. Let's go, friends, and quickly move on. Number 7, she was supposed to face Asuka at NXT TakeOver Toronto. If you do not know, Asuka had a mammoth reign as NXT Women's Champion. I mean, she left the brand without ever really being defeated, and as we were going all in, somebody proposed at some point that the Empress should take on Trish in Canada. You damn right. This is when WWE discovered one small issue that may prevent this. Stratus was pregnant. That'll do it. Instead, the company reached out to Mickie James to fix the Legends box, and if you've seen that match, you know it was excellent, so it's a win-win all round. However, as far as I am concerned, we now do need Asuka versus Trish at some point. I mean, there is no way that can be bad. Number 6, she collects Barbies. This could be because her looks aren't totally miles away from what a Barbie looks like, but yeah, for one reason or another, Trish is a big fan of the Mattel doll. Why not? The collecting began when her auntie gifted her a set before she left for university, and as her boyfriend at the time was well into sports memorabilia, Stratus got the bug. You can see pictures of her haul online, and really it is pretty good going, right down to ones resembling Lucille Ball from the TV show I Love Lucy, and Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz. Didn't even know they had those. Of course, she has also made a room in her house dedicated to these, and in 2020 she totally won. A Barbie was made using Trish's own likeness. It even had her custom silver singlet and sparkly hat. You think that would have landed her a cameo in the 2023 Barbie movie, but alas, that wrestler nod went to John Cena. Of course it did. Number 5, she's a talent show judge. If you wondered why Trish hasn't come back to wrestling all that much over the years, it's likely due to the fact that she had loads going on, and more recently even became a judge on Canada's Got Talent. That's a big show. It also means that Stratus now has the power to make or break dreams. Let's not pretend that's not quite the responsibility. Outside of this, Trish has also appeared on Mad TV, adult sitcom Corner Gas Animated, and another reality show called Armed and Fabulous, where celebrities are trained to be police officers. What else? Number 4, no other woman has been in more WWE video games. Much like before, Trish wasn't the first female to appear on the cover of a WWE game, but she has done that and so much more. Stratus appeared on the box art for the GameCube's Day of Reckoning in 2004, and made her in-ring debut in the N64 classic No Mercy 4 years earlier. Since then, though, Trish has been playable in 27 WWE console games, 32 if you count mobile and online titles. No other female can top that, with Lita being in second. She clocks in at a total of 26. Stephanie McMahon is at 3 with 23, which isn't all that surprising when you think about it, because Steph was around for ages. Although you do have to figure that a Becky Lynch or a Charlotte Flair could break this eventually, because they are everywhere. As of me talking to you though, Trish Stratus wins. Good for her. Number 3, she's never wrestled outside of WWE. Another obvious stat when you think about it, but also one that makes you think twice. Thank you, Celine Dion. It means even more so than a John Cena or an Undertaker, she is a WWE lifer, because you can see those guys in Smoky Mountain Wrestling or WCW, but when it comes to Stratus, she picked her home and bam, that was that. Her in-ring debut came in July 2000, where she teamed with Test and Albert to face the Hardy Boys and Lita, with her first singles match coming a month later, when she went after Lita again. And sure, that only lasted 90 seconds, but see the Attitude Era, and after retiring at No Mercy 2006 before her big comeback, she was never even tempted to wrestle anywhere else. Trish never even appeared in WWE's version of ECW, she was so dedicated. Or maybe she just watched the thing. You'll also be genuinely hard pushed to find other wrestlers that can stand side by side with her in such a regard. I mean, that is going to be a very short list. Number 2, she's one of the youngest Hall of Famers. In 2013, Trish was indeed inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame alongside Booker T, Mick Foley, Bob Backlund, Bruno Sammartino, and Donald Trump. What a lineup. As this did happen in April, it meant Stratus was only 37 years old, which also reminds you how early she hung up the boots. No wonder she has more to give. Back then as well, she was in the youngest slot, but come 2017, Trish was usurped as Beth Phoenix got in at 36 years old. So there's somebody else who absolutely could come back for a mega run. You still can't argue that Trish shouldn't be in here, however. She absolutely should. What she did for the women's division back in the day should never be forgotten. Number 1, she's known her husband since high school. So as many fans tell Trish on a daily basis, she was one of their earliest crushes. It makes sense. It's not like she's an unattractive woman, is she? While I'm sure Stratus could have had her pick of most humans then, especially during the peak of her wrestling career, the opposite is actually true, simply because she's known her husband for a long old time. Together since they were teenagers, Stratus got with Rob Fischio in 1992 before they got married in 2006. It's a strong relationship too. The wrestling road schedule is notoriously hard, and they made it work. They are still wed today with 2 children to boot, and that's what you love to hear. Long may it continue, as there is hope for us all.
Right boys, 2024, it's a big year for us on the channel. We need some really great ideas through to get them clicks and make that money. What have you got?
What about another live show?
Okay, so that's an example of a bad idea. How about some good ones?
We all know what the best show of the week is, NXT, so why don't we do just more NXT content?
I said I wanted clicks.
What about another live show in America over WrestleMania weekend? That's what I'm hearing from you, Hampton. Bad!
We will never in a million years ever again do another live show.
Guys, you won't believe it! CM Punk's back! The Rock's back! It's Phil! I'm Phil! It's Philadelphia! It's WrestleMania!
Guys, I've got it. Live show, America, WrestleMania weekend, Philadelphia.
Yes!